幻聴や幻覚といった体験は？
Stop being horny, Ronnie. You're gonna go to jail.
Look at her.
I know she's hot. Welcome back, everybody, to another Ronnie.
Sorry.
Welcome back, everybody, to another Splash Guide experience. I am Splash Brad Zero, also known as the Splash Guide, and we are here playing a new game. This game is called Song of Saya. This is a anime style novel type of shit where we're just reading and the characters go crazy, and this is a horror game, so bitches are gonna die and body parts are gonna fly everywhere. So there's one thing about this game that I may not be able to show, obviously, because I think there is some nudity. There might be some craziness. Ronnie likes that type of stuff, so this is why we're playing it.
That's the only reason.
But yeah, that obviously that won't be shown, but if you really want to know, you can do your own research. But yeah,
Do your research.
this is just the next game on the list. We did kind of complete, or not complete, but we did kind of finish our first run through of Needy Streamer Overdose. So if you guys are curious and want to watch that full Let's Play, there is a playlist of that and also other games that I have completed that you can go and watch and binge. If you guys enjoying the co-recording style videos, please let us know in the comments below. We appreciate all the support, and if you can leave some love on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Maybe some feedback, some comments saying, oh, I really like it, oh, I really don't like it, type of shit, and leaving a like on the video would be greatly appreciated. But other than that, guys, let's get into the Song of Saya.
This story is a work of fiction.
Fuck, sorry. Okay, we're redoing that. All right, we're gonna try this again. This story is a work of fiction. The procedures and conditions described herein. Fuck, I meant fuck. Why'd they throw in a word like that? This work of fiction contains grotesque images that may disturb some viewers. Please select how you would like such images displayed. Do not modify grotesque images. Default obscure, lower brightness, obscure. Do not modify. The fuck?
I can't see.
God damn it!
I told you need to start your stream again.
I thought you meant the recording. But yeah, here we go. It's very loud.
Alright.
Hey, the wriggling mass of flesh burbles. Three such creatures sit around the table in front of me, slurping filthy sludge from their cups as they trade wines, growls, and such, and sounds that I cannot describe. Yeah, can you hear all this?
I can. I'm actually very confused.
Yeah, this is, I think it's like a schizo thing. Because I kind of did like a dry recording of this before Ronnie was involved. And I was very confused, but it changes eventually.
Yeah, I feel like it'll explain more.
Yeah.
Which is sensible.
Yeah. By listening carefully, I am able to grasp the gist of their conversation and respond when it is required of me. This is necessary to avoid arousing their suspicion. However, these creatures look, they are my friends. However these creatures look, they are my friends, apparently. I wish I could still deny it, but I gave up on that a long time ago. Night after night, I went to sleep praying for an end to this nightmare, only to wake each morning to the same twisted hellscape as the day before. I know now that I have to blend in, that I have to act like one of them. Such has been my life these past 3 months, and so it will remain until the day I die. Judging by its tone, this one must be Koji. The one next to him, squealing more than the others, is probably Omi. Which means that the one next to me is Yo, though I can no longer see any trace of her once attractive features. I try my best to ignore the rotten stench of excrement that issues from her quivering flesh. What'd you say, Ronnie?
I said, of course. Of course, that's Koji.
Yeah, totally.
Alright, Koji. Stop yelling.
Everything has changed. Or almost everything. By some cruel trick of fate, my relationship to the world alone remains the same. As if an insane architect took the blueprints of my life and rebuilt it out of blood and gore. These monsters and I were part of the same college club. We studied together, ate together. We even went skiing together every winter break. Now these are but painful memories of days that will never return. If only no one recognized me, I might have been able to disconnect myself from the world. It would have been comforting in comparison to believe that I had been abducted by aliens, or that I had stumbled through a gateway to hell. But no, this is beyond a doubt the city where I was born and raised, the society that I was a part of for 20 years, save that I, and I alone, can no longer see it that way. The world as I knew it is gone. I have no place to call home.
So we're 20 years old, still in school.
I guess so. I think this is a college, I think. Oh no, we're in college? I think we're at a restaurant.
20 is legal.
What the fuck?
This is just a statement, I'm sorry.
Anyway, I can tell that whatever they're discussing is of no importance to me. I decide to keep quiet while pretending to listen. But just then... Hey, Fuminori, one of the flesh beasts says as it swivels its bloodshot eyes toward me. What do you think? About what? I tried desperately to suppress my loathing and behave normally, but my hoarse voice ruins the attempt. We're talking about this year's ski trip. You're coming too, right? A slimy hole near the top of the creature writhes nauseatingly as it vomits some semblance of words. That must be Koji's face, or what I would have seen as such 3 months ago. Unable to stomach the sight of it, I avert my eyes and give a neutral answer. I don't know. You have other plans?
Yeah, it's
Not really. These are my closest companions. One of them had even wished to be more. How many nights have I spent crying in loneliness, lamenting the friends which no longer exist?
Just go skiing with them.
Go skiing with the flesh monster,
Yeah.
dude.
Come on, man.
In 3 months, my tears ran dry, and now there is only loathing left in me. Surrounded by hideous creatures that I can only assume are Koji, Ome, and Yo. I spend each day trying to act as I always have. If I fail at this, I'll surely be sent back to the hospital. Only this time, I'll be locked away forever. No matter what, I won't let that happen. I mean, it's not like physical activity can affect your injuries, right?
どうだろうな。
I'm
今日の
not,
診療で先生に聞いてみる。
I'm not sure. I'll ask the doctor during my checkup. That's it. I can look at them or bear their screeching any longer. Or I can't look at them or bear their screeching any longer. I jump to my feet, desperate to escape. Hey, Fuminori. A spray of stringy slime from the cilia around its voice box flies at me. I try to cover myself, but it's too late to keep the slime from splattering across my face like the yolk of a rotten egg. I'm about to lose it. I want to grab a chair, a desk, anything within reach and use it to smash the life out of this creature, ending it all.
You got yoked.
I know. I barely suppressed the impulse. I mustn't let on I mustn't let on that something is wrong. However they look to me, this is their world. I'm the outsider here.
だから今日も診療なんだ。もう時間だから。
Like I said, today's my checkup. I've gotta go. Struggling to put on a smile, I reach into my wallet, pull out the first bill I find, and put it on the table without even looking at it. I don't care about the change. I just need to get out of here. Now.
それじゃ。
Later, I murder hastily and flee the cafeteria. Oh, that was a cafeteria.
Yeah, what? Who leaves cash on
I don't know.
cafeteria?
I don't know. I'm not crazy.
ねえねえ、今度のスキーだけどさ、今年はどっかスケートも遊べるところにしない？
It does have voice acting.
Oh, yeah, but yeah. I mean, honestly, I technically don't even have to read it, but I will. Hey, says Takahata Omi. Why don't we go somewhere we can skate for this year's ski trip? Tsukuba Yo frowns at the suggestion.
スケート？わざわざスキー場にまで行ってスケート？
I don't think we have to read it because they're reading it for us.
Well, they're reading it in Japanese.
勘弁してやってくれよつくば。こいつ今そっちにハマってんだ。
Do you
Who am
want
I?
to read it?
Am I the guy? Oh, you're usually the guy.
Well, I think there's one guy and then two girls. And then there's the protagonist. And then later on, there's the main chick.
The main chick.
Yeah,
There can
so
be some girls.
I think you should take the main chick and his friend, the one that you're looking at, and then I'll do the protagonist and the other chicks. How about that? So you
yes.
take look at the writing.
Looking.
You take oh fuck. Wait, I don't know their names. Fuck.
You
Well,
take skate girl.
you're taking Tsukuba. Well, I'm taking Tsukuba. I forgot
Wait,
this
you're
dude's
taking-
name already. Can I go back? Can I rewind? I text. No, I can't.
Fuck.
Well, you know your roles, right?
Yeah,
The other chick you're playing is not here yet. So right now you're not doing any chicks. I'm doing the chicks, the protagonist. You're just doing the dude.
Okay. I'm doing the dude.
Okay, we'll start after this line though,
Okay.
and I'll read what they're thinking in their minds.
Mhm.
Tono Koji supports Omi with a laugh. Her impromptu suggestions are nothing new, and it's Koji's role as her boyfriend to provide backup. All right, Ronnie, we're fucking again.
Yay,
So
I'm
you're-
Koji.
Yeah, you're Koji, and
Dibs
then
on top.
what? No,
Dibs on
you
top.
let me peg you.
Dibs on top. Power bottom.
They're a good match for each other, Yo thinks. Sometimes it makes her jealous.
なんせ近江ってさ、この前この年にな
I
って
mean, she's
初めてスケートやったんだ。
Sorry, I was just joking. I mean, she'd seriously never gone skating before. I took her the other day.
何よ。スケートしたことなかったのがそんなに不思議？
Hey, is it really that strange?
20歳になって初体験ってのは
How many people
興
start
味
skating
そうそう
in
いない
their
んじゃないか
20s,
な
you。know?
Let him finish, Ronnie. Let him finish.
Fuck.
子供の頃はなんとなく怖かったのよ。あの靴、なんだか刃物みたいでさ。
I was scared when I was little. Those shoes look like big knives.
You should go ice
で
skating.
も、
Damn.
いきなりやって滑れたの？おみちゃん、すごくない？
I knew you were gonna say something. But you picked it up just like that. That's pretty amazing, Omi.
容量はスキーとそう変わるもんじゃないからな。重心を前に出して靴の前のヘリでコントロールする感覚とか。
It's a lot like skiing. You keep your weight forward and use the angle of your shoes to steer.
コージにそう言われたもんだからさ、騙されたと思ってやってみたわけよ。そうしたらもう楽しくって。
You made it sound so easy. I figured I should give it a try, and it was fun. So it was a date. Yo feels a stab of envy. Koji and Omi enjoy their time together, as normal lovers do. That's certainly not something that should make her jealous. It's just that her luck in love has been bad.
ふーん、私も見てみたいな。おみちゃんがスケートやるところ。
Oh, well, I want to see Omi skate too. Yo keeps her voice upbeat, trying to cover up her disquiets?
It's quiet.
She knows that it's wrong to envy her friends. She too would be spending time with the man she admires, if not for the terrible tragedy that befell him. His is true misfortune, or bad luck, doesn't begin to compare.
だからさ、
They should
ね、
fight over me.
今度のスキー旅行、ついでにスケート旅行にしちゃえば
You're a
2倍美
whore.
味しく楽しいってわけよ。
You're a whore, Ronnie. You know it.
Bitches love me. I'm sorry.
So how about it? If we make the ski trip a skating trip too, it'll be twice as fun.
でもさ、スケートはスケートリンクに行けばできるじゃない。わざわざスキー場に行ってまでやる？
But you can skate at a skating rink, can't you? Why go all the way to a ski resort?
だから屋内じゃなくてさ、屋外スケート。凍った湖とかで滑れるところ。
I don't want to skate indoors. I want to skate outside on a lake or something.
そんな都合のいいとこあるかな？なんだかすっごく混んでそう。
That sounds fun, but won't it be crowded? While speaking, Yo sneaks a sideways glance at the young man sitting next to her.
Whore.
Although the conversation has involved only 3 people so far, there are in fact 2 couples at the cafeteria table. Yo's boyfriend, though there's still some doubt over whether he could be that, is beside her, as silent and expressionless as a statue.
なあ、文則。お前はどう
Am I
思う？
Yep.
Hey, Fuminori. What do you think?
Perhaps Koji sensed Yo's pain in his usual quiet and considerate way.
どうって。
About what? Because of Yo's distress, Saki Fuminori responds to Koji's sudden query with a vague, mumbled question of his own.
いや、だからさ、今年の冬のスキーだよ。お前も行くよな。
We're talking about the winter ski trip. You're coming too, right?
Koji speaks gingerly as though probing a tumor. A few months ago, he would not have hesitated to rebuke Fuminori for his attitude. Their long acquaintance had forged a strong and honest friendship, but now...
わからない。
I don't know. Fuminori responds bluntly, his downcast eyes and sullen demeanor making it clear that he has no desire to break his silence.
何か他の予定でもあるのか？
Is Fuminori the main protagonist?
Yeah, black hair dude.
Black hair dude, gotcha. You have plans?
いや、別に。
Not really. Even Koji, Fuminori's best friend, cannot communicate with him as before. What hope does Yo have of breaking this through his shell? The scars left by the events of that late summer day are still deep all these months later. Each one of the 4 bears them, not only Fuminori.
なあ、
It's worded weird.
別に運動するのが傷に触るとか、そういうわけでもないんだろ？
I mean, it's not like physical activity could affect your injuries, right?
どうだろうな。今日の診療で先生に聞いてみる。
Not sure. I'll ask the doctor during my checkup. As though that answer drained the last of his patience, Fuminori bolts out of his chair.
おい、文則！
Hey, Fuminori!
Get your ass back here, bitch! Even Koji can't keep his voice from rising as he tries to stop Fuminori from leaving. Fuminori reacts swiftly, throwing his hand over his face as though to shield himself from something terrifying. Maybe some spit flew inadvertently from Koji's mouth, but that happens sometimes. Fuminori's reaction is beyond the pale.
だから今日も診療なんだ。もう時間だから。
Do you see what's happening?
Yeah, like previously it was like how he viewed the world, and then now it's like reality.
Yeah, it's like he's having like schizophrenia or some shit.
Yeah, snap back to reality.
Yeah, like I
Minus
said.
gravity.
Oh. Like I said, Fuminori snaps, making no attempt to relieve the discomfort of his friends. Today's my checkup. I have to go. Even as he tosses the money on the table to pay for his coffee, he acts like he's touching something filthy.
それじゃ。
Later. Fuminori stalks out of the cafeteria, almost as if he's running away. Cloaked in heavy silence, the remaining 3 lower their gaze to the table, where the abandoned 10,000 yen bill sways forlornly. Fuminori's coffee is untouched.
やってられないわね。もう。
Can't take this anymore, Omi says with a sigh, but Koji shakes his head reproachfully.
文則にはもう少し時間が必要なんだと思う。
Fuminori just needs a little more time.
だってもう3ヶ月よ。 なんなのよあれ。付き合ってるこっちが変になりそうよ。
But it's been 3 months. What's with this attitude? I feel like I'm going crazy hanging around him.
俺だってわからない。わかるはずもないと思う。
Hey, I don't understand what he's going through either. I don't think any of us can.
お前だって想像つくか？あ
Can you
んな
imagine
ひどい
losing
形
your
で
whole
家
family?
族全員を奪われて、平気でいられるわけないよ。
Family like that? They'd screw anyone up. That'd screw anyone up.
Could have happened to anyone. A tractor trailer flipped over on the highway, crushing the Sakisaka family car into twisted scrap. They said it had been difficult to tell the bodies of Fuminori's parents apart. For a while, it had looked as if there was no hope for Fuminori either. It was nothing short of a miracle that he was able to leave the hospital and return to a normal life.
見舞いに行った時なんてもっとひどかったじゃないか。誰が誰かもわからずに、怯えて暴れて、ベッドに縛り付けられて。
He was worse when we went to see him in the hospital, remember? He was terrified of us. Like he didn't know who we were. He even had to be tied to the bed. He freaked out so bad.
今はよくあそこまで立ち直ってくれたと思う。
I'm just glad he's made it this far.
それにしたって変よ咲坂くん。私たちのこと見る目つき、あれ何なの？まるでこっちが人間じゃないみたい。
There's still something strange about him. What's with the way he looks at us? It's like we're not even human.
よせ、オミ。
Put it out, Omi.
Koshi says forcefully, probably less out of the empathy for his friend than out of consideration for Yo.
Yo.
While Koji's kindness makes her happy, Yo also knows that she mustn't take advantage of it. Fuminori is the victim, just as Koji said, and he's the one who most deserves sympathy? What the fuck? Yo's feelings for Fuminori are her problem, and no one else's. She doesn't blame Fuminori for not giving her an answer after she worked up the courage to ask him out. In fact, she thinks even more fondly of him for taking the time to consider that than she would have had he treated their relationship casually. Apparently, the fact that Fuminori did not reject her was enough to make them a couple in Koji and Omi's eyes. They've had plenty of fun at Yo and Fuminori's expense since. The truth of it, though, is that he still hasn't given her an answer.
She's tripping.
Dude, I'm fucking myself here, Ronnie. Let's go! After revealing her feelings to him, Yo didn't see Fuminori again until a week later, and then she could only stare at his broken body through the window of the ICU. And when he was finally released after 50 days, that seemed an eternity, he was somehow different. She's starting to doubt that he even remembers what she confessed to him before the accident. Now winter is coming, and her feelings hang forgotten in the cold, lonely air. Are you starting to see the story, Ronnie? Are you understanding?
A little bit. He got mangled. Girl likes him. He said nothing. Smart move. Smart man.
So pretty much, if just so anybody isn't catching on or maybe not fully understanding, so this man Fuminori got into a car accident with his family, and obviously his parents got mutilated in the accident. He got hurt, but he recovered, and during his recovery, or after the incident and seeing his recovery, I think something damaged his brain to where it's pretty much like he has schizophrenia and he's seeing things that are obviously not reality. And yeah, and then the relationship he has with his friends is obviously there's the I forgot your character's name already. His best friend, and then his girlfriend, and then the other chick who is interested in him and asked him out, but hasn't given him a proper response yet. So he's kind of feeling amiss about it, and everybody is, because he's acting weird because of the things he's seeing. He's trying to, like, you know, keep away or act normal, but he doesn't really want to be there, type of thing. So that's where we are, and now we are at his doctor's appointment. Yeah, checkup. Dr. Tambo Ryoko has never had a more troublesome patient.
その後の経過
Oh, yeah,
はどう
she's
ですか崎坂さん。
Fuck.
I'll be the doctor, I guess. Any changes since your last visit?
いいえ別だ
No,
これといって問題もなく
no, nothing to speak of. His voice is hard and flat, his words tossed carelessly into the air. It's like he's speaking to himself in an empty room. Ryoko is a surgeon, not a psychiatrist, but even she can sense the thickness of the wall he has erected between himself and the world.
吐き気やめまい、幻聴や幻覚といった体験は
Stop being horny, Ronnie. You're gonna go to jail.
Look at her.
I know she's hot! Any nausea, dizziness, or hallucinations?
いいえ何も
No.
Just straight up lie.
Exactly. Yeah, don't fix me. While Sakisaka appears to be looking at Ryoko, his gaze is actually aimed at a fraction down and to the side. He's only superficially engaged in the conversation when in truth it does not interest him in the slightest. Perfect rejection. But she's hot!
My
Really?
gaze is downward too.
Yeah, dude. Realizing that she can't interview him like this, Ryoko sighs and sets her chart aside.
崎坂さん、あなたが当院で受けた処置は脳神経医学の分野では世界的に最先端の治療でした。そのことはご存知ですよね。
Mr. Sakisaka, the procedure you received at this hospital was the latest in experimental neurosurgery. We explained this before, didn't we? Treatment of subdural hematoma through the use of micromachines, a procedure available in Japan exclusively here at TU University, had been the only way to save Sakisaka Fuminori from a cerebral contusion that should have been fatal.
You're doing great with the big words.
What the fuck? Dude, if I move my mouse up, what is this?
What the fuck?
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
you can
dialogue.
reverse. Before.
No, it's the dialogue.
Oh,
I played a game like this where it shows you the whole dialogue in case you skip over it.
fucking spoilers.
Yeah, I guess you can rewind too, or fast forward. Oh,
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
Why is it all like leaf related?
I don't know. I don't know, honestly.
I haven't seen a fucking single piece of art that has leaf in it.
Yeah.
最先端であるということは、まだまだデータの出揃っていない危険性の伴う治療法だったという意味でもあります。
With any experimental treatment, there's always the risk of unexpected complications.
そうでしょうね
Of course. Sakisaka Fuminori's lips twist slightly in what might be a bitter or mocking smile, but it is gone before Ryoko can discern its meaning.
普通こんなことを言って脅かすのは医者として問題なんですが、
Normally, I would never say anything to frighten a patient. What'd you say, Ronnie?
I love hearing that from
Yeah.
a doctor.
Yeah, that's awesome.
施術後に重大な脳障害をきたしたケースも報告されているんです。予後の経過には十分に注意しなければなりません。
Normally, I would never say anything to frighten a patient, but there have been reports of serious neurological disorders post-surgery. We must continue to monitor your condition carefully. Hence these weekly checkups. If only he would take them a little more seriously.
先週の MRI はどうでした
How was the last week's MRI? Sakisaka asked abruptly as if to catch Ryoko off guard. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, is a way for a doctor to examine the brain in detail without opening the patient's skull. Surprised by Sakisaka's uncommon technical knowledge, Ryoko recalls his profile.
そういえばあなたも医者の卵だったわね。
Oh, that's right. You're a medical student, aren't you?
先生が心配しているような脳機能不全は画像診断だけでも十分にわかるはずですよね何か異常はあったんですか
The kind of anomaly you're worried about shouldn't show up on the MRI, right? Did you find anything?
いいえ、
No. There was nothing, not the slightest hint of abnormal activity. For a procedure with such a low rate of success, the results have been nothing short of miraculous. However, something still bothers Ryoko. She can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something beneath his guarded exterior. Some terrible weight on his soul, perhaps. But if it's an inorganic problem, then there's nothing she can do as long as he refuses to explain. Oh. Spacebar is I can take away the whole text.
Oh, sick.
Good for thumbnails.
Yeah.
大丈夫ですよ先生 現に僕は今こうして病院の外でも何不自由なく生活しています。問題なんてないでしょ。
I'm fine. I've been on my own for 3 months without any problems. What could go wrong now?
ねえ咲坂さん、こういった難しい手術は予後不断が原則なんです。もう少し私たちを信用してもらえませんと。
Please, you know that continued observation is required after these difficult surgeries. You have to trust us a little more.
そうですよね。僕だって先生方を信用したい。どんな相談にも乗ってもらえるんですか？
I suppose you're right. I do want to trust you, Doctor. Can I come to you with anything?
ええ、もちろん。
Yes, of course. Ryoko answers, smiling to cover up her irritation. Sakisaka asked exactly the same question during last week's visit.
じゃあ先週の話の続きなんですが、先生、あれから大貝教授については何か分かりましたか？
Well then, let's pick off where we left off. Have you learned anything about Dr. Ogai?
Oh my god.
Unable to answer, Ryoko hardens the mask of her smile. As before, the patient is inquiring about someone whom he has no business knowing.
大貝教授のことは、あなたの治療とは何の関係もないでしょ？
If you don't mind my asking, oh fuck. If you don't mind my asking, what does Dr. Ogai have to do with your treatment?
信頼しろと言った矢先にいきなり隠し事ですか？
You just told me to trust you, and now you're keeping secrets. Ryoko is used to patients treating her with hostility. Some degree of paranoia is natural when dealing with a person whose mistakes could kill you. In Sakisaka, however, she doesn't see the anxiety that other patients exhibit. His demeanor is perfectly calm, almost like a detective questioning a suspect.
何分、だいぶ前にここを辞められた方ですからね。私個人としても交流があったわけではないし。
He left this hospital some time ago. I never had any contact with him myself.
辞めた理由はご存知ない。
Do you know why he left?
ええ、おそらく個人的な事情でしょうね。
Yes, I believe it was personal. Ryoko answers smoothly, her earlier hesitation gone, having decided at the outset to lie. She has no trouble doing so with a straight face.
それにしても、咲坂さん、なぜあなたはそんなに大貝教授にこだわるんです？お知り合いですか？
Is that a red flag for you, Ronnie?
Keeps lying with a straight face? Hell yeah.
But why do you keep asking about Dr. Ogai? Are you acquainted?
教授は今失踪中なんです。知ってましたか？
Did you know that the doctor has gone missing?
いいえ。
No. Ryoko realizes that her answer may have been a little too quick. She should have acted more surprised.
近頃教授の身内の人間と恋にしていましてね。その人から調査を頼まれているんです。
I've recently become close with a relative of his. It was she who asked me to find him. A relative? Ryoko considers this with a frown.
大貝教授に縁者の方はおられないはずですが。
I didn't think Dr. Ogai had any relatives.
おお、誰から聞きました？
Oh? Who told you that?
それは噂話に。
I heard it from a nurse. Ryoko replies, remembering that she just claimed to have had no contact with the man.
なるほど。
I wouldn't trust her.
そんなことが噂になる程度には、大貝教授は有名人だったわけですね。
Why wouldn't you trust her, Ronnie?
What? She's just been lying with the context of everything.
Well, then again, this is like a HIPAA thing. You know what HIPAA is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's not releasing any impertinent information to a patient type of thing. Because it's kind
She
of...
said that too.
I understand that. It's just like, he's kind of being weird. That he should be talking about his condition. But instead, he's trying to figure out something about somebody else. You know?
Yeah, he should definitely still tell her that, but I don't know why she's going around the bush, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's explained later, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I did do a dry run, but that was a while ago, and I don't really remember much. I see. The doctor was famous enough to have nurses gossiping about him.
まあ、一風変わった人だったみたいですね。
I hear he was an unusual man.
なのに、誰も彼が大学を辞めた理由を知らないと。
But no one knows why he left the university. Ryoko falls silent, knowing that this isn't a topic she can brush away with a smile. Sakisaka seems to have finally grasped her mood. However, as his strangely stiff tone softens a little.
先生、僕はどうしても大貝教授に会わなきゃならないんです。
Please, I have to find Dr. Ogai.
彼がいなくなったせいで行く当てがなくなり困っている子がいるんです。
There's a girl who
力
needs
にな
him.
ってもらえませんか？
Can't you help me?
それはむしろ警察の領分なんじゃないかしら。
Isn't this something the police should handle? Although she makes it sound like the most obvious thing in the world, the suggestion is actually a gamble. If Ogai Masahiko's disappearance becomes a police matter, then the university will be investigated. Everyone who was involved in the incident will be at risk of exposure. And of course, that includes Ryoko herself. Oh, so she is acting sus!
There you go.
She knows, however, that Sakisaka is unlikely to go to the police. First of all, his excuse is obviously a lie. They already made sure that Ogai had no relatives who might come looking for him, which is why they could bury the truth of what happened.
Dun dun dun.
But then how did Sakisaka, a mere patient, learn about Ogai?
咲坂さん、私の知っている範囲のことは喜んでお教えします。ですが、大貝教授は今年の4月に辞表を出して、以後は何の音信もないんです。
I'd be happy to help, but there's been no word from Dr. Ogai since he resigned last
ど
April.
こか長期の旅行にでも行かれたか、その程度しか想像つきません。
I can only assume that he's gone on an extended vacation.
そうですか。
I see.
Extended vacation.
Expecting resistance, Ryoko is surprised when Sakisaka backs down. Dude, nobody goes on extended vacations. Especially as a doctor, dude.
Boom. Back.
She's still worried about his condition, and the mysterious link between him and Ogai is only making her more uneasy. But as long as he doesn't open up to her, there's nothing she can do. After a brief pause, Ryoko writes progress good on Sakisaka's chart for today. What the
咲
fuck?
坂さん、それでは来週の診察ですが、今日と同じ4時でも。
About next week's appointment, how does 4 o'clock sound again? Before she can finish, Sakisaka is gone.